Thanks for taking it live.
What are your expectations ahead of Saturday's game?
Tough game. Boreham Wood had a good season themselves. They're in the playoff zone. I've had some competitive games against them in the last couple of years and expect Saturday to be no different. And like every game, concentrate on our own performance level, and we'll see if that's good enough on the day.
There was a mention, I remember a few weeks ago, Phil, you said about after for the Notts County game, bouncing back from the Halifax loss to face such a big team was really something that was pivotal in you really clinching and really being able to focus. Given how good Boreham Wood is and how well they're doing, is it the same sort of attitude, like you're grateful to be facing one of the better sides in this league?
Well, I'm pleased Boreham Wood have got something to play for as well. I think that's adds to the game. It's like any other game. You know, we come into it in good form after Tuesday's win, which was really important for us. And I thought the focus of the lads was excellent on Tuesday, and we've set ourselves up for the weekend, and we're a step closer to where we want to be. It is only another step towards that on Tuesday, and now there's a full focus on what's required at the weekend.
You mentioned as well after the Yeovil game just how impressed you were with the calmness of the team in the days building up to it. Has that remained the same?
Yeah, lads have been good. I mean, obviously today's Thursday. They were off yesterday after the game, and the lads who played have trained this morning, but not a lot because it's the second day recovery. But yeah, there's a good feel in the camp, and so there should be, because the lads have kind of relished every game this season, particularly the home games in front of 10,000 fans who are passionately behind the team. And I think everybody is really looking forward to the weekend.
And I know that the philosophy throughout the season has been just focus on the game in hand, focus on the game in front of us throughout the season. But obviously, if we win on Saturday. Has there been any wiggle room for that? To even consider that?
I don't think anybody needs to be reminded of the prize, but what we do need to focus on is the process of the performance, and that's what we'll continue to do this for the rest of this week and leading into Saturday. We know how Boreham would play. We know what we've got to do to get the better of them and exploit their weaknesses and also nullify their strengths. And now it's up to us as a team and as a group to implement that game plan really well. And if we do, we'll have a great chance of winning.
And how important has it been over the last few weeks that we've had these bounce backs from individuals who have had quieter games in recent weeks, like Jacob Mendy? You've been full of praise for them recently. Just how important is it that everyone is coming together at this moment?
Well, they've come together all season. I don't think it's just this moment. I think we've had so many stories this season. Elliot Lee came in, struggled to get in the team at the start, had to earn his place in the team, and then has been great. Fordy, like you say, lost his place in the team for circumstances other than football, and he's waited for his moment. And there's loads of individual stories this season, and the lads have all pulled together along with the staff, and that's what successful football clubs have got to do. It's a team squad performance across the 46-game season, and that's the team. I include everybody who works at the club, every single supporter who's followed us home and away is involved in this Wrexham team. And one thing's for absolutely sure, that everybody in the ground, whether we're involved in the actual playing or managing or coaching or is supporting, will be giving everything at the weekend to get us over the line.
There seems a real selflessness as well within the squad, with all the competition that's happened within the squad. Sam Dolby, you mentioned Elliot Lee, Sam Dolby took a while to get into the starting lineup, and then Fozzie came in, and his relationship with Mark Howard seems to be very strong. How important has that been? Yeah,
it's crucial, because the lads out the team, and that changes as the season goes along, are sometimes the most important players, because the mood on the training ground and the mood, whether you're on a coach travelling to a game or in the dressing room before a home game, it's got to be right. And we're continually going on about that. But listen, we've recruited good characters, and I think that's absolutely key, that when you're looking to bring players in, their personality and how they conduct themselves within a team environment is just as important as their ability as a player. And we've reaped the benefits of that homework we did on each and every individual who we brought to the club.
Finally, for me, How are you feeling?
Yeah, I feel good. I was just pleased on Tuesday, and I'm just trying to keep everything as normal as possible leading into this weekend, as you can imagine, but equally understanding that the magnitude of the game. But I'm excited for the weekend. I really am looking forward to it. I really enjoyed watching us play Tuesday. I enjoyed watching the Notts County game. Even at half-time, 1-0 down, it was an intriguing game of football. Two really good teams, and this is no different. Two good teams go head-to-head, both with a lot to play for, and I'm looking forward to seeing us put in another good display.
Thank you, Phil. Phil, you mentioned the other night that this is the moment you've been waiting for all season and building towards. What will it mean to actually clinch the title and promotion in front of your fans? Yeah,
obviously there's been 15 years of pain, hasn't there, in the town and the club, and the club's had so many tough times, and we've had supporters who've followed this club home and away through all those tough periods, and I totally understand what it means to everybody. The supporters are incredibly loyal and passionate behind this club, and the whole town and area has got behind the club, and of course, it would be very special if we could finish the job off.
And added to that, of course, you've got the added interest of the owners as well.
Yeah.
And they add to the whole occasion, don't they?
Yeah, no, they've been excellent. It's when they're over, they've been great, because it just mixing with the lads, coming up a bit of lunch with the lads, just kind of really just normal around the players, and they've been great to work for, and the lads always love it when they're here. Of course, do we need any more added to this occasion? It's already a big game, but I think having the owners here throughout the season has always made it a special day.
For you, you've achieved plenty in the game. I think it's 3 promotions so far, but where will this achievement rank if you get promotion on Saturday? Yeah,
obviously right up there, because of the importance of getting a team back into the league, and the 15 years the club's been in this division, and the pain and the hurt that has caused, and how the club at times has been on the brink, as we know, and all those people who've given the time and the money and have kept this club going over the years. Saturday's for them, and there's a real determination in the group to go over the line.
Okay. Thank you very much.
Phil, can I ask you mentioned the owners there.
Yeah.
There's obviously been an international spotlight come onto the club over the course of the season, and this title race has caught the imagination as well, because it's been sort of unprecedented points tellers. What impact has that attention had on the squad?
I feel they've coped with it really well, and they've enjoyed that, and I think that goes back to what I said earlier about the recruitment. We wanted to bring players in who would embrace that, because you are in a very unusual National League club with incredible spotlight on every single game, home and away. Everywhere we've been away from home, it's been the opposition's biggest crowd of the season, and we had to bring players in who would relish that kind of challenge, and the lads have certainly done that, and they've taken things in their stride, which is good. And when we've had to do extra things commercially, we've never used it as an excuse. We've just said, look, it's part and parcel of the club, and the exposure it's got, not just in this country but abroad as well.
Yeah. Have there been any moments where it's been a challenge, or have you found it to be positive?
We've always turned it into a positive, and that's the absolute truth. There's been occasionally a couple of logistical situations, but we've always looked at it as a positive, and the opportunities the lads have had since they've been here with the owners, and obviously the King coming to the racecourse ground as well. They're very special moments, and football's is our bread and butter, and we've never let it detract from the work on the training ground or the focus in the dressing room, and the weekend will be absolutely no different.
It's been a remarkable season so far. Obviously promotion is the key, but you think of what the club have achieved this year: most points, most amount of wins, most amount of goals. Is it sometimes you take a second to realise, and have you been quite impressed with how good you've been this season and the group has been?
I mean, obviously we're pleased with the points returned so far, but I want to reflect on that, having got promotion, and I'm looking forward to doing that in the summer, and we'll look back. But at the moment, the records, and I haven't really focused on them at all. You know, and a few people have told me things, and I thought, well, I wasn't aware of situations because, you know, the most important thing is being at that number one spot, and that's got to be the aim. And we've put ourselves in a great position to do that. You know, I said to all the staff this morning that, you know, we're in a stronger position than we were prior to Tuesday's game. That's as simple as that. And now we've got to take advantage of that, the starting of the weekend.
I recall you saying in the documentary you were so desperate to bring this club success and returns to the Football League, and I think Wrexham fans almost wouldn't want anybody else to take them into the Football League. Do you kind of feel that sense of pride of potentially being the man to do it after so long of pain? I've had immense pride in managing this club, and every time I stand on the touchline, you know, I enjoy every minute of it because you know, this is a great club to work for, and of course, you know, I want to bring that success for the supporters, and you know, there's Saturday's going to be a great day for us in terms of the atmosphere in the ground, and you know, like I said, we all understand, you know, what's at stake. We totally get that, but it's how we implement the game plan will be key. And just lastly, can the fans play the part, play that extra man on Saturday, and what sort of impact do they have on the players?
Yeah, well, of course, yeah. You know, I'd always say to the players about resetting within a game that it's not always perfect, like Yeovil, a few misplaced passes, and doesn't always go according to plan. And when that doesn't happen, keep resetting. And the supporters have done that as well. And you know, you can go back to last year when we were 5-2 down against Dover, and the supporters stayed right behind the team, and that's so crucial. Saturday will be a game where Boreham Wood will probably come and try and slow the game down, I would imagine. You know, there'll be a lot of set plays and situations like that, and the game may not have the kind of the flow we'd like it to. But we've got to make sure we understand that could happen, and we're ready for it, and we don't let it frustrate us, and same as the supporters.
Thanks, guys. Ian, do you want anything for now, or would you rather have it held back?